I'm not naive to the fact that everyone got to know me as a spoiled brat on Dr. Phil, so I can't hate it. I just have to understand, and I just let people watch my content and see that I'm not that person.
Yeah. Ready? Girl, you got a lot going on, man. What's happening? What's making headlines in your life right now?
So right now, I've been working on this reality series that's gonna go up on my channel. I've just been filming that recently. I've been spending most of my time with that. It's a reality series with my mom and sister, and it's gonna go up on the channel soon.
Okay. Well, so I mean, because what your current content is pretty reality like. What's the main difference? What can people sort of look forward to?
So we actually have a production company working on it now.
Wow.
So it's a lot more legit with actual like TV cameras, and it's very cool.
Yeah, okay. Isn't it amazing that you can just do that yourself? Like people can just do that themselves now.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane how everything just started.
When did you decide to start the YouTube channel, embrace everything that was going on, and just like be your own person?
Okay, so as everyone knows, I kind of started my whole YouTube career from my Dr. Phil episode. That went live, and I was getting a lot of hate from that. People were friending my Instagram. And when that happened, I wasn't like, I'm just going to let all this hate get to me. I'm going to take advantage of it and build something off of it. So I saw all the hate coming in, and I was gaining followers, and I just thought, let me make videos that correlates with the episode and what everyone's seeing on the episode. So I started making a lot of content on my Instagram, like videos and photos. And then from there, about a month in, I started my YouTube channel, and I just started posting on there, and I've been doing that.
Do you think, and like, I mean, obviously, like it's been wildly successful. Do you think
it's been
people
a
were
wild
just sort of
year.
curious? They're just like, hang on a second, like what is her life like, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's what drew people in. They were just very curious, and then they started watching my channel, and they would just see my life. And I feel like people would also see I'm not like that person that they saw in the episode, and they would just fall in love with it, and they would get to meet my family, and they would just see a different side of us.
Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm kind of glad you brought it up. I mean, it's, even though I get, I don't know if you'd classify it as a negative experience.
Yeah, I used to always think of it as such a negative experience, and I would try to stay away from it. I would hate talking about it, but now I've just learned to just embrace it, and it's something that happened when I was young and just a lot more immature. But
yeah, for sure. So what do you, I mean, as I said, it really was, for somehow, like who would have thought like a Dr. Phil episode would be like the springboard into like all these career options? And obviously like you've done such a good job of flipping it, turning something that you would have perceived as negative at the time into like a really lucrative and like creative career. What are the differences between you now? Obviously you've had so much experience and you've gained so much knowledge. What's the difference between you now and the person that was on that Dr. Phil episode?
So the person on the Dr. Phil episode was 15-year-old me who just thought every problem was the end of the world. And I just feel like such a different person from the girl on Dr. Phil. I feel like I've just changed from all the life experience I've had, and I feel like I've matured a lot.
Did you feel like it was a really like winding road of just how you started from nothing and turned it into a series?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. When I was younger, I would watch so many YouTubers, and I always just thought of it as a dream job, but I never really did it. Even when I was younger, I would make little YouTube videos, but I never really took it that seriously. And then when the episode happened, I was gaining traction online. I decided I'm going to make this into a career for myself.
Yep.
And what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I think you got it. You nailed it. It's funny. I don't know too much about how Dr. Phil works. I did notice in a lot of the comments, like people were talking about how it was not accurate, or it was set up, or it wasn't real. Or is that true?
So it's all real, but it's definitely dramatized a little bit because it's TV.
Got ya.
But
so how did that happen? Like, do you remember? How did they manipulate it to? Was just this in the editing, or?
So yeah, actually a lot of editing. I don't want to say anything bad about Dr. Phil because they did bring me my start, and I'm thankful for that now looking back. But they definitely like edit a lot, and they just have you do a confessional where you just sit there and just say a lot of things, and they ask you to just say a lot of words, and so they can like edit it in, and
really
they just sit down with you and they ask you a lot of questions and you're answering them for like 2 hours, and
Like
so they have a lot
while
to
you're
edit
on
from.
stage, like it was in that same sort of
Oh no,
setting?
it's a confessional where you're just
Gotcha.
sitting there and it's the blurry background.
Got ya, okay, and that's how they sort of splice it all in and sort of create something out of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's smart. I didn't realize they did that on Dr. Phil. They were like pretty woke with social media then.
Yeah, they're very good at what they do.
Yeah, geez. Okay, so you mentioned before about people, you know, the reality series and everything you're putting out is allowing people to sort of understand the real you. Do you find that people, I notice in the comments as well, like, do you find that people are very quick to make up their mind, especially with, you know, with like an affluent teenager, right? Like, do you feel like people are sort of like, oh, so quick to just ride you off? She's this, she's just that. You know?
Yeah, I get a lot of that, but I'm not naive to the fact that everyone got to know me as a spoiled brat on Dr. Phil, so I can't hate it. I just have to understand, and I just let people watch my content and see that I'm not that person.
Yep. If we had to title, you know, if we had to make this episode called "What I Wish People Really Knew About Me," or what I'm really like, how would you explain that?
Well, for one, a lot of people think that I'm not hardworking at all, and that I just don't have a job and I just use all my mom's money, and that's not true at all. Like, what do you think I'm doing right now? Like, I have YouTube, Instagram, everything, and I've turned that into a career, and I feel like I am hardworking, and I can't blame people for thinking that I'm not because of what they saw in the episode, but I just want them to know that I am now, and I just don't want them to think of me as this
lazy.
mean brat and lazy.
For sure, which you definitely aren't, because it is a lot of work keeping up with everything you're doing.
Yeah, it's literally a whole business, and it's so fun for me. Everything I do is just because I love it, but it's a business at the same time.
Yep. Do you feel like this like rise to fame and everything has sort of made you mature a lot quicker?
Oh yeah, it's made me grow up so fast.
Yeah. So I mean, so right now 17-year-olds would be what, in about like 11th grade?
12th grade, yeah.
And would be sort of like figuring out if they're going to go to college, all that sort of stuff. What are you thinking about?
So with college and everything, so right now I'm in online school. I'm in my final year of it.
Yep.
And I should graduate by the end of the year. I might do sooner. And I'm actually looking into taking my CHSP test, which is a test where you can get out of high school sooner. And for college, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I've been considering going to fashion school. But
so you do want to go to college?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to see where I am in the next year, but the only college I would ever consider is fashion school.
Girl, you're in the school of hard knocks. Like you're
like, I just feel like if I can keep doing what I'm doing without it, I'd rather not. But I would never just go to a regular college like UCLA or anything like that. The only college I would ever consider is fashion school.
Gotcha.
I just don't know, because right now my answer is like, no, I'm not going to do that. But who knows in the next few years if I'm going to want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like people go to college to then allow them to have opportunities where you have opportunities.
Yeah, already. I have them already, and why would I waste the money on school and all of that when I already have that? And I'm very thankful that I already have all the opportunities. And
for sure, I mean, you know,
and school's never been my thing, and I just found I felt like very out of place in high school. I just really didn't feel like I fit in, and I just felt like it was a waste of time for me. I know that sounds weird to say, but
is that
I just hated it.
Is that because you had so many other things to work on to figure out?
It wasn't exactly that. It was just like, I don't want to waste my time sitting in these classes all day, and I wasn't doing very well in school. I have very, very bad ADHD where it really affected my school, and I was just never into it, and I was just like, I feel like I could be doing so much more than just sitting here in class where I don't want to be. Did you
take to I mean, like, honestly, like sitting in front of a camera and engaging a camera is not for everyone. Like it's a tough thing to do. Did you feel like you took to that pretty naturally?
Yeah, I felt like it was pretty natural for me. Even when I was 10 years old, I would film random YouTube videos, and I was never that serious about it. But I've always been filming random videos, and so I felt like I was always very natural to me.
So you've always been a YouTube kid.
Yeah.
Then. Who are your current 3 favorite YouTubers?
Okay, I love Gabby Hanna's organizing videos. I love them so much. I literally watch them all the time. And then who else? I like Tana Mongeau for sure. And
what do you like about Tana?
I just love how real she is, and I like how she's not afraid to be herself. And I've literally been watching her ever since she had 100,000 subscribers. I really like Lauren Giraldo too.
Yep. Okay, great. What do you like about her?
She makes a lot of videos like Get Ready With Me's, and she's just what do I love about her? I just like how she's herself, and I just like her personality a lot, and she's very real.
All right, girl. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Guys, it was Nicolette Gray. My name's Xavier Brinkman. Thanks so much for watching the How'd You Do It podcast, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Peace. If you like what you saw, make sure you check out some of our other videos right here, and also be sure to subscribe to our channel right here for new videos coming out every week.